Okay, so we're going to do a justice circle today for 2 people to help out 2 of our friends. So we'll start with what happened, and we'll start with, we'll do Faith first, and then we'll do Jacob. So who wants to start with what happened for Faith?
I saw Faith throwing a tantrum.
Okay. And what were you thinking at the time?
She promised not to do them anymore. She promised not to do them twice anymore, and then she never stopped.
Okay.
She was doing a tantrum because she didn't get to do her work, and she should have did it early and stopped talking.
Pass it to Gavin.
I think she should kept on working until she got it.
Okay, well, I think we're starting to do, actually, I think what we're starting to do the who was affected part, so let's just move into that part of the justice circle. Okay, so we're doing who was affected, so let's go ahead.
I was affected because she didn't have grit and perseverance.
Okay, pass it.
I was affected because she wasn't trying to do her work. She kept giving up on herself.
Okay.
I've been affected by because
Jacob,
she promised a long time ago not to do it, and that really hurt my feelings.
And let's see, move in to close this one.
I've been affected because when she blamed me or Brianna and Juliana for saying that when they were doing it too, that felt sad because she was blaming my friends and me.
How did she blame you? What did she say you were doing the tantrum
Well,
too?
they were doing it too. They were doing their work too. So maybe in trouble too.
She said you were not doing your work, or you were doing your work?
Well, how come they got to do their work? Well, not blaming me. She was saying, how come they got to do their work? They're finishing it. That's not fair.
Okay. Ariana.
I've been affected because she's a good student, but she throws tantrums sometimes, and that throws her off.
Okay. So I think it's really that grit and perseverance issue. Would you agree with that, friends?
Yes.
So it's a great. So instead of criticizing and saying you're hurt that she doesn't show grit and perseverance, I think it's a support issue. How can we help her to show grit and perseverance? How can we help someone who doesn't necessarily feel strong in those areas? How can we help someone to show those qualities or help someone to grow stronger in those areas? Okay, go ahead and pass it to someone, unless you want to speak up again about that. No, the question was, how can you support someone to help them to show grit and perseverance?
We can tell her to stop doing it and show us how we do perseverance and all that.
You can say, here's what I would do.
Yeah.
I can see you struggling. Here's what I would do. Okay.
Yeah.
Pass it.
I think she should keep trying or something so she could finish it, and or she could work with you.
Okay, but remember, if you just don't have grit and perseverance, it's not so easy to show it. If you literally don't have any grit inside of you, if you don't know how to find it, how do you get grit if you don't have it? If your heart feels empty of grit, how do you find it? And or how can your friends help you? And maybe that's where you quit. Do you feel that you have grit, Faith? Okay, or do you need your friends to show you more? You don't know. A couple more people, and then we're going to let Faith talk for a second.
I think that we should show her how to do it, and we should teach her how to do grit and stuff.
Be role models? Okay, Faith, what are your thoughts for a second here? Let's have Faith talk for a second. Well, let's see what Faith wants to say.
I'm sorry.
Well, so you're moving on to how to repair the harm. But do you have anything you want us to understand about you before we repair the harm?
I'm not having a nice time.
That you're not having a nice time?
I'm not having a nice time. I'm not like that. I didn't get to see my mom there, so and she said that she wanted to see my mom with my sister's friends instead of me.
So the point is that sometimes things are going on at home that cause us to fall apart in the classroom, right? Okay? So that can be a reason for tantrums. So what do you know about our classroom there that you need to say when you're having trouble?
I said, Miss, I'll give you this chart that I can say my feelings.
Okay, but you know we also have a process in the class that we can say that we need what?
Water.
We can say I need water. So as soon as you start doing that tantrum, you can say, wait a minute, guys, I need some water. Okay? You can say whether you need a squirt or a dump, and we'll give you that. But try and head off the tantrum because the tantrum pushes people's buttons. Okay? So you want to do your apology? Okay, roll that up to that.
I'm sorry for throwing tantrums. I'm gonna try not to do them no more. And I hope you guys accept my apology.
Okay?
I do.
Everyone accept it? Okay. Good job, Kate. Clean slate? We're gonna still do Jacob. The clean slate is for Faith. Okay, Ariana, we're gonna start a new justice circle for Jacob right now. Okay? Okay, so for Jacob, what happened? Do you wanna start?
I don't know what happened.
No. Oh yeah, Jacob, what happened? Thank you for catching me on that. We are always supposed to start with the person who's supposed to say what happened is the person who actually made the mistake. So thank you for catching my mistake. Go ahead, Jacob. What did you say? What happened?
I was back talking.
Besides back talking, when I speak to you, what do you tend to do at me besides talking back?
Ignore.
Ignore. What else do? You make a certain sound at me.
A growl.
A growl. Is that very nice to growl at your teacher when she speaks to you?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I actually would not send him to the office for that because I would problem solve, which we're doing now. So, Jacob, what were you thinking when you've been growling at me and talking back to me and slamming things down when I speak to you when I'm trying to help you in the classroom?
I never want to listen.
Huh?
I never want to listen when you talk to me.
Okay, so it's because he's probably a little too close to the microphone. Okay, you can be close to it, just not all the way close. Jacob, why don't you want to listen to me? Do you know I'm trying to help you to get things done in the classroom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well what makes you not want to listen, sweetie? Let's hear from Jacob first. Okay. Well, you know what I know about people, and I know it about kids too, that mad usually comes after hurt feelings. So, do you get your feelings hurt, buddy? Calvin, scooch back. Do you get your feelings hurt? Yes or no? Yeah? What's your feelings get hurt about?
Stuff.
Huh? Stuff. Okay. Is there anything I can do better to stop your feelings from getting hurt?
Sure.
Okay. Can you give me some suggestions?
I can't think of them right now.
Okay. Well, Juliana, can I speak with Jacob now? Okay. Well, can one of your and my agree agreements in this justice circle be to communicate better. So when you're upset with me, instead of growling or slamming things down, can you say, Miss S, can I talk to you a minute instead? Okay? So I will always take time to communicate with you. So instead of communicating with me out of anger, how about you say, Miss S, can I see you a minute? Or like walk over to me and say, let's talk. And you and I will talk instead. Is that a good plan? And if you're too...
It is.
Okay. And if it's, if you need cool down time, you can take a minute to cool down, and then you can talk to me later, but please don't growl at me or slam things down, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so what step do we go to now, Jacob?
How
What step on our chart?
have people been affected?
Okay, so, okay,
Dad,
who has been affected?
your dad.
And we'll be kind of quick about this,
I'm getting it together.
okay?
I was affected because he
Pull it away from your mouth a little.
he was kind of doing better last week, but now he's being, kind of bossy and lazy or something.
Okay,
I've been affected because I thought Jacob was going to be a good kid from now because he said he was not going to do it again, but he actually did it again.
okay,
I was affected because Jacob kept being disrespectful to the teacher, and he kept going back talking and not doing his work.
pass it quickly.
I've been affected because Jacob used to be he used to be good, but now he's not he's.
Well, let's not use like good and bad, because I don't
He's not
believe it.
trying.
I don't
He's
believe
not
in good or
trying
bad
that
kids.
much.
Okay,
He's not trying that much to be great.
a leader maybe?
Yeah, a leader.
Pass it quickly.
I've been affected because I saw him over there and he was yelling at you. And I don't like it when people are mean to the teacher.
Okay.
I've been affected because I thought he was going to be a leader, but now he's starting to be lazy and bossy and stuff.
I've been affected because I know he's good, but I know he can be good, but he's not trying very much. He's not hard. I've been affected because when I first met him, he was the guy he was on the first day of third grade, and I really want that guy back.
I've been affected because in the beginning of the year I thought Jacob was going to be a good kid, but it turned out not
Well,
that
he is
good.
a good kid. Remember? There's no such thing as a good or a bad kid. There's kids that are growing.
He wasn't trying.
Okay, so are we ready to move on to repairing the harm, Jacob? Or do you want to hear from some more of your friends? Okay.
I've been affected because he wasn't trying, and it's not really good to growl at the teacher. I know he gets mad a lot, but he has to kind of handle it.
If you've gone once, try to not go again, okay?
I've been affected because it's been happening a lot lately, and I just don't really like when people growl at their teacher and push things around because if the stuff isn't yours that you never paid for, then you're destroying other people's property.
Good point. Just have a seat. tell her?
I've been affected because it's affecting our class family, and we should treat everybody, even the teacher, like we're good friends. Like we should be a good friend to everybody, not be mean.
If you've gone once, let's just move on. Okay, we need to wind it up, so let's go on to repairing the home. Oh, okay. We're gonna have Faith be the last person.
I think Jacob should. I think that kindness treat others is kindness is a nice thing to do.
Okay. Like a moral from our fable today. Okay.
That's our number one
Okay.
rule.
It is our number one rule.
To be kind to one another.
How can we repair the harm?
How can I guess you can.
Okay.
What do you think you should do?
How can the harm be repaired, Jacob? Do you know or do you need ideas? I think you know. Okay. Do you need to apologize to just me or to the class? Okay, let's go for it.
I'm sorry, everybody that's been affected because of my behavior, and whenever I get like mad or things like that, just like the thing Mr. Nosky said, if I'm like not feeling good, I can go talk to her, and I'm sorry, and I'm never gonna do it again. Do you accept my apology?
Yes.